welcome to your yoga practice. Today we'll do a practice that's energizing and slow. We are not going to rush through any poses. We will breathe with our movements and enjoy the morning practice as much as possible. So we will need 2 blocks, and we will also need 2 yoga tune-up therapy balls. And I love starting my mornings with self-massage. And I don't know about you, but when I wake up in the morning, sometimes when I don't sleep right, I tend to tense up my neck, or I sleep on my side, and I get a lot of tension in my neck and shoulders early on in the morning. So let's start by massaging the trapezius and levator scapula, which is all upper back muscles. And then we might move our way down to our hips. If we have time, we'll go to the feet as well. So come to constructive rest position. Lay down with your arms by your sides. Take a couple of breaths here. And just taking a moment here to tune into your breath. Noticing where you are physically, mentally. And see, you can allow yourself to really be present with where you are without trying too hard to change. And then from here, you'll start to open your eyes, lift your shoulders off the floor just a little, so you can sneak these therapy balls right in the upper back where your inner upper corner of your shoulder blades are. So not on the shoulder blades, but inside of the shoulder blades, more towards the upper corner side. And then you can interlace the fingers. As you can lift your hips up. Maybe this is enough for you. If you'd like to intensify this sensation, chug your body forward and back. So press into the floor and just roll gently forward and back. You should cover about 1 inch of tissues here. And then keep yourself here. You'll twist your elbows, meaning you're going to imagine that you're holding a steering wheel with your elbows, and you're going to pretend to drive, turning your elbows from side to side. Noticing how it feels on the right side and on the left side. You should feel naughty muscles. I know I do in the morning. And then lower everything down. Sneak your therapy balls out underneath you. And then from here, you can take a moment to just feel and allow the muscles to come back to a state of relaxation. Next, you'll lift your hips up and then place your therapy balls underneath your glutes, more towards the upper part of your glutes, not the bony part, but just right underneath the bony parts. And then start to shimmy your hips left and right. You may notice that the flat bone and the hips will start to come close to the ground. When that happens, you'll lift your hips up again. And then redo this process, bringing your therapy balls close to one another, but they're not touching. The therapy ball should be about 2 to 3 inches away from each other, or less, depending on the size of your body and the structure of your hips. I personally love covering the outer hip muscles, so let's just let go of one therapy ball. I'm focusing on the left side now. And you're just going to shimmy your hips left and right. So notice how I drop my left knee out to the side. My right knee is still pointing up towards the sky. This is really going to open up the outer hip muscles. If you're a runner, if you do a lot of intense workout, if you use your legs a lot, your outer hip muscles can use this TLC. I feel a lot of soreness here, but I'm not going away. I'm just going to be with the sensation. And if there's a part that feels particularly tight or sore, I stay with it longer. I find that breath really helps to sort of calm my nervous system and also allow my tissues to adapt to this new thing underneath my hips. Even if you've been doing this work for months and months or even years, this could still feel new after 8 hours of sleeping or maybe longer. 8 hours of sleeping plus many hours of not doing self-massage. So we'll do the same thing other side. You can use the other therapy ball. Now turn the right knee out to the side and shimmy your hips left and right. Just notice if there's a spot that can use a little bit more love, a little bit more release. You can hang there and just breathe with it. Slowly, we'll come back to center, lifting your hips up, move the therapy balls out to the side, and then find your way to sit up. In Sukhasana, we'll stretch out the muscles in the neck a little bit. You'll drop your left ear down to the left shoulder. I'm mirroring you. And then you can also drop your right hand down. To intensify the stretch, you'll place your left hand above the right ear. And instead of pushing down, you'll find length in the side of the neck. You're not using a lot of force here. It's just very gentle guidance. Closing your eyes. And breathe. Stay for one more breath. Now you'll bring your hand behind the ear, bring your chin down a little bit. I like to aim my chin towards my opposite collarbone, in this case chin to the left collarbone. Now you should feel a nice stretch in the back of the neck, all the way down to the upper back, to your levator scapula, the lower attachment of the levator scapula, and breathe. Now start to bring your hand to the next to your left cheek and then press yourself back up. Same thing other side, dropping your right ear down. This may be enough. You don't have to really do a lot to feel the stretch here. If you did the other side, you can use your hand as well. Again, we're not pushing down, we're lengthening the ear towards away from the shoulder, and breathe. And now you'll bring your chin down to your opposite collarbone, hand behind the ear. And the hand is just gently helping you to lengthen the neck. away from the upper back. These are very important muscles to stretch and loosen up. They respond to stress by tightening or lifting your shoulders up towards your ears. It's a great one to do on a fairly regular basis. And then bring your hand to the side of the head. Press yourself back up. You'll come to hands and knees. Now on your hands and knees, you'll turn your left fingers to face your knee, just one side at a time. And you're going to bend your elbow, start to peel the wrist off the floor a little. See if you can start to also bring your hips close to your heels. So now you're stretching your toes, the soles of your feet, and at the same time you're stretching your wrists, the palms of your hands, and your fingers. And slowly release, come back up, switching sides. Right fingers turning towards your right knee, and start to bend the right elbow, peel the wrists off the floor. So this time, the left hand is relaxed on the ground. I'm just doing the right side, bringing your hips close to your heels, and breathe. Come back up, turn the fingers forward, and we'll now stretch the backs of the hands. So turning your left fingers to face your knee, and the palm is facing up. And you'll do the same thing. Start to bring your hips to your heels, and bend your elbow, point your elbow towards your body, towards your thigh. So you get a stretch in the top of your wrists, the backs of the hands. And stay for one more breath here. Come back up. If you like, you can make some circles with that wrist or shake out the hands. Other side, right palm up, right fingers towards the right knee, hips to your heels, and start to bend the right wrist. I don't know if you can see. So you'll bend the right wrist. Right elbow, I meant, and the right wrist will be deeply bent as well. Peel the wrist off the floor, stretching the backs of the hands. One more breath here. Okay, release that, and then come to a kneeling position with your toes tucked. Okay. Inhale, you'll lift your arms up towards the sky, and exhale, open and twist to one side, doesn't matter which side. Inhale, lift the arms up. Other side, exhale, open and twist. Just opening and warming up the upper back. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, open. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to floor, and you'll step back to downward facing dog. Tucking your toes, lift your hips up and back. Drop your head, taking this moment here to really open the calf muscles, backs of your legs. I like to pick one foot up off the floor so I can really put a lot of my weight into my opposite heel. You can also bend the knee deeply and press the opposite heel down. As you inhale next, come to center. You'll stretch your right leg up towards the sky, keeping your hips square. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, stack your hip open, and you're going to make big circles with your like your thigh is becoming like an egg beater, making a nice big circle. Draw your knee into your chest. Rock forward to a almost like a plank pose. And then step the foot forward. Lower your back knee down. Option to stand on the fingertips. If you like, you can also use blocks underneath your hands. Lift your chest here. Sink your hips forward. Inhale. And as you exhale, you'll start to straighten the front leg. Lift your toes off the floor, half split. Inhale, come forward to your low lunge. And exhale, hips up and back. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale forward. Move the blocks to the side. Lift the back knee. Step back to downward facing dog. So same thing, other side. Left leg straight up, keeping your hips squared. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend your knees, stack your hip open. And then from here, you can make some nice big circles. Going in one direction. Bigger circle than you think you should. Just to really warm up the hip joint. And draw your knee in. Rock forward to a core plank. And step the foot forward. Lower your back knee down. Blocks or stand on the fingertips. Inhale, lift your chest, back knee on the floor. And exhale, straighten the front leg. Maybe lift the toes up off the floor. Two more like that. Inhale. Bring it back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This time, move the blocks to the side and step back to downward facing dog. Right leg up towards the sky. Inhale. Bend the knee. Exhale, draw the knee forward. Step it forward so you're in your low lunge. Start to rise up to your high lunge. Inhale here. So you can lengthen your tail down. Lift the back thigh. Nice stretch in the hip flexors. As you exhale, next spin the back heel down. Open yourself up to warrior two. Spine is long. Front knee stacks over the front ankle. Take a nice inhale here. And exhale out. Soften your shoulders. Reverse warrior. Flip the front palm. And you'll stretch your hand up and back. Get long in the side body. Really opening the side body here. Come back up to your warrior two. And then straighten the front leg. Wiggle the back foot in a couple of inches. And stretch your right hand forward, forward, forward. And lower your hand down. Lifting your left arm straight up towards the sky. You can look up, or if that feels uncomfortable, look straight forward or down towards the ground. Whatever feels best for you here. And once you are steady here, you're just going to make some circles with your top arm. Inhale, lift, and exhale, forward, down, and back. Come back up slow and easy. Warrior two. Inhale. Bringing your hands down to the floor. Spin the back heel up. Come to plank pose. We'll take our first vinyasa. Inhale here. Lift your chest. Exhale, lower everything down. You can lower your knees first, of course. Roll the shoulders up and back. Inhale, come up to a cobra. And exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side. Left leg straight up. Inhale. Bend the knee. And exhale. Draw the knee in. Step the foot forward. Slowly you'll rise up to your high lunge. Again, you can lengthen your tail down and then press your right thigh back a little. So straightening the right leg any amount. Slowly you'll spin the back heel down, open yourself up to warrior two. Again, you'll soften your shoulders, reaching your fingers away from each other without tensing up too much. One more breath. Flip the left palm. Stretch your hand up and back, coming into peaceful warrior. Get long in the side body, and don't shorten the bottom waist too much. Coming back up, straighten the front leg, triangle pose. Stretch your left hand forward and down, resting your hand onto the shin or ankle or even a block. And so you can just peel the chest open, stretching your right fingers up towards the sky. And if that feels all right to you, you'll make some circles with the top arm. Inhale, lifting your arm up, and exhale, forward, down, and back. So just mobilizing the shoulder joint. Couple more times here. Slowly come back up to your warrior two. Inhale. Vinyasa, hands to the floor, spin the back heel up. Go straight to plank. Inhale here. And exhale, lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, hips up and back. Next time you inhale, you'll stretch your right leg up. Moving straight to a second flow here. Exhale, step the foot forward. And this time, we'll come up to your high lunge. Again, same skill here that we're going to lift the belly, bend the back knee a little, and then lift the back thigh up. But when you lift the back thigh, try not to arch your low back. Keep the low back fairly strong and supported. Even if you need to bend the back knee a little, that's fine. Bring your hands to your heart. Lean forward halfway. And then start to come to your warrior three. You can keep your toes on the ground for a little longer before you lift the toes up. Eventually, you'll come to a balanced pose. You can totally stay here if balance is challenging. Eventually, you want to be able to be so steady and strong that the back foot and the crown of the head are in one straight line. Be gentle with yourself. Now from here, we'll transition to a low lunge twist. You'll bend the standing leg, slowly step it back, lower the left hand down, right hand straight up towards the sky for your easy twist. Turning your chest towards the right side of the room. Stay for one more breath here. You'll lower the top hand down to the floor, spin the back heel up. You'll rise up, warrior two once again. Okay. Peaceful warrior, inhale. Extend the side and go pose, exhale. Reaching your left hand up. Good, stay here for a breath. Drawing the shoulder blades down and in. Looking down to the floor, spin the back heel up. And then from here, you'll go back to the easy twist, lifting your right hand up towards the sky. You can totally, welcome to stay here. You're welcome to stay here. Or you can spin the back heel down, slowly transition to a side plank. You can stack your feet or have one foot in front of the other. If you're feeling strong and steady, you might even lift the top leg up. I'm not feeling quite steady this morning, but I'm doing my best. Lowering the hand down, take a vinyasa if you like, or go straight to downward facing dog, or even rest in child's pose. That is totally welcome. Let's go straight to the second side. Left leg up towards the sky. Inhale here. Step it forward. Exhale. Slowly come up to your high lunge. Again, lengthen the back, tail down, back body down. Back leg can bend a little, and then straighten the leg. Any amount, so no forcing here. Hands to your chest. Take a nice inhale here. Come halfway forward. There's no rush here. The more you rush, the more you lose the opportunity to strengthen the hips. So this is already a pretty strengthening position to be. If it's possible, start to practice your balance. Stand on the tippy toes of the back foot. Maybe staying here. Maybe lift the foot up off the floor. So you can start to flex your right foot, lean your heart forward, press your right heel back, creating one straight line as much as you can, right? It's okay that you're wobbly. This is part of the practice. There's no one in this world who is perfect in their balance. Balance isn't about staying in stillness while standing on one leg. It's about learning how to play with the dynamics of being in the balance pose. Is about being okay with wobbliness. At the same time, finding stillness in other places, mentally, emotionally, energetically. Slowly come to your easy twist, drop the back foot down, and then from here, you're just gonna lift your left arm up. Easy twist here, back thigh is lifted. Inhale through the nose. And then bring your hand down, exhale, spin the back heel down. Warrior two, slowly rise up. So you can sink a little lower in the hips, lunging forward a little bit more. Peaceful warrior, inhale. And extended side angle pose. Exhale, forearm to thigh. Stretch your top arm up and over the head. Easy twist, looking down, bringing the right hand down, spin the back heel up, left arm up. Again, you're welcome to stay here, or you'll start to wiggle the front foot in, spin the back heel down, and then stack your feet, lift your hips, staying here, or do any variation that you like. Maybe the side feels different. Come to plank pose. Inhale here. And exhale, vinyasa. Right. And then from here, you're just going to come to a forward fold. Have your feet wide apart. Shake out the head, yes, no. Bend your knees a lot and then come to a squat. And see if you can gracefully lower your hips down in this squat. Soles of the feet will touch. Lengthen the spine. Inhale here. And as you exhale, come to a forward fold. I like to have a little block to support my head. If that feels nice, feel free to do that. If one block is not enough, you can always use 2 blocks. We'll stay here for 3 more breaths. Slowly you'll come up, please straighten the legs. Let's shake out the legs a little. We'll do a little twist, not a supine twist, a seated twist. So you'll draw the right knee in, place the right foot outside of the left thigh. Stand on the fingertips on the left side, lengthen the spine, stretch your right arm up, inhale, and exhale, twist. So this is an open twist here. We're going to do the other side as well. Stay for 1 more breath. Switching sides, you're going to stand on the right fingertips, stretch your left arm up, inhale, and exhale, twist. You can have your elbow outside of the right thigh. That is going to deepen the twist from the spine. Drop shoulders down away from your ears. If it feels alright, turn to look back behind you. Alright, release. Other side. Drawing your left knee in. Place the foot outside of the right thigh. And you will start with tenting on the right fingertips behind you, stretching your left arm up, inhale, and exhale, elbow inside of the thigh or the knee, turn and twist. Just 1 breath here. Other side. Tent your left fingertips behind you, stretch your right hand up, inhale, and exhale. Elbow outside of the left thigh. So you can turn from your sternum, from your chest, gaze to look back behind you. Anything that you choose right here. You could also have the arm wrapping around the knee or the elbow outside of the thigh. Whatever you choose, make sure you're not slouching or rounding your spine. Keep the spine nice and long. And slowly release everything. We'll need 2 blocks for our final pose. Supportive fish pose. I like to have 1 block on the straight line in the second level, and the second block could also be in the second level, but you're creating this almost like a T shape with some space between the 2 blocks. Lower down, so the first block should be more or less in between my shoulder blades. And then I lower my head down. The arms can be out to the side or slightly upward. Whatever feels easier for you. Your legs can be in a butterfly shape, or you can straighten the legs forward. And just allow yourself to relax into the blocks. If for some reason this feels really uncomfortable, you can lower your blocks down to the lowest level as well. Just allow yourself to relax your head and your face and your chest as much as you can. Feel free to stay here longer. If if you like, you can also start to transition to your Shavasana. Move the blocks out to the side, or you can place the blocks underneath your thighs, coming all the way down to rest on your back. So you can open the palms, fingers can relax, toes can turn out. Allow yourself to just relax here. Do a body scan and make sure that you're not holding any unnecessary tension anywhere. Perhaps it's your head, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, your belly, your hips. So you can let go and just be here. Respecting the body's need to settle and relax.